Redstone video. In this video, I'm going to teach you how logic gates work on logical redstone, and then I'm going to teach you how this series is going to go. Redstone is you need to know binary. As in this example, binary is basically a number system. So if there's like one of these on, that's going to be 1. But then you move over to the next column, then 2. However, when it's 2, since it's 2 plus 1, this is the 1s, 2s, 4s, and 8s place here. 1 plus 1, that would be 3. And that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You get it. So if we just put that up into this device right here, we can technically do whatever number we want. So I want to say I want to put a 9. It's going to have 9 on here. Alright, finally time to get into the logic gate idea of this video. So, this is my first video that I'm going to be editing on CapCut, so if there's any bad things, like, can you guys tell me? Anyways, let me just get my thing up here, and let's get ready. So, there's a few logic gates that you need to learn about. There are the NOT or an AND gates. First, let's start out with the NOT. The NOT gate is just an inversion of the OR gate, and it works because using a redstone torch right here, you're able to invert the signal based off this. And the redstone that goes powering into the torch inverts the signal because it's going into the torch. You guys ever like build up like that to like move your redstone up? That inverts the thing up there. The same is if you put a redstone behind here, and it just makes a NOT gate. These can be very useful if you want. Next is the simplest, the OR gate. This takes 2 values and ORs it together. And if both values are true, it's still true. But if none of them are true, it's false. You can probably make a truth table, and I'll show it up on the screen. This is an OR gate. It's built into the game in a way. These are 2 designs, one for a horizontal and one for a vertical. The horizontal one's the easiest. You just put in which one you want. See if they're both on, it's 1. When they're both not on, it's 0. This is because redstone wiring kind of just allows us to do this anyways. See, these repeaters right here help push the signal through into there. The vertical one does the same thing. One of these are on, the other one's on, both are on. Next, we're going to talk about another gate that combines these 2 gates to create a NOR gate. The NOR gate is basically an inversion of an OR gate. In a way, it does the same thing. It inverts the output of these 2. So if one of these are on, it will be off. Another one of these are on, it will be off. But if both of these are on, it won't. In fact, this is just going to be ORed. It will be the inversion of OR, also known as NOR, because it uses a NOT gate and then puts it on the end of an OR gate, creating a NOR. Next one is going to be a very, very famous and loved one, the AND gate. It's the first gate I learned how to make. I just learned how to make it. So this is how you make one. See, you have to use an OR gate. An AND gate is basically just doing 2 inputs, putting them into I don't know how to explain it. 2 inputs. Has 2 inputs and then ANDs them together. So if one is not, if A is not on, the output is always going to be 0. B is not on, the output is 0. But if they're both on, it's A. So this is how you do it. You actually just have to use a NOT gate. You basically just have to use a NOT gate, and then go in right here and put it. Not right here and go in and put it in. If you don't use it, it's basically another type of gate, which we'll get onto later. So see if it's not here. This is on, it's not on. Both are on, it's on. This is another design for an AND gate, which is way more common if you see. See, these are 2. It works the same way. These power off the piston, and that will turn off that redstone dust, which goes here. I kind of like using this method way easier, but this is way easy for vertical stacking. But if you're just doing this like by normal, you probably could just use this yourself. Here is the XOR gate. The XOR gate's a little bit more complicated to explain because the best ways to do it are not really that much. An XOR gate takes two values, ORs it, but if both are true like the AND gate, it's false instead of here. False unlike here. Basically is the AND version of an OR gate. See, this is the easy way to make it. And you can use two of these and comparators on subtract mode, the block right here to make the XOR. See, if one of these are on, but when both of them are on, when it text an AND, it's 0. Here's a better way to, but however, the signal strength is so low, like very low. It's kind of a little bit hard to explain the signal strength because that's only 2. If we use this method that I like, it puts these two blocks in front of here, and then it just puts these two blocks in front of here, which makes less space for here, which puts it out to 14 instead. Okay, got that on your head now? Yeah, we're not gonna make circuits this episode. You guys can just build this on as you go along. But really, honestly, it's very fascinating. But we're not done yet. Remember the NOR gate that we built earlier? It's the negation of an OR gate. But what's the negation of an AND or an XOR? Well, here are the NAND and XNOR. The NAND is basically just an XOR gate, a NAND gate without an AND gate without the ending torch right here. It basically does the same thing as AND gate, but it basically does the same thing as an XOR, but it's always on. It basically does the same thing as an XOR, but it's just on whenever else of these are on, but it's also on when none of them are off. The XNOR over here on the other end is, see, I did the old method that I called option B, which is the XOR gate over here. If you want to use option A or option B, it's fine. I chose option B for this one. Then you have to, now the only way to do it is just negating the output. So see, it's basically an XOR. However, the thing is, this can function as an AND gate too. It can go away, it goes here, does that, and it's still an AND gate. So you got that all in your head? Yeah, I'm gonna spend a lot of time editing this video. Next episode we'll talk about adders and how adding works with binary redstone. I will finally be able to make circuits that can put these redstone parts together. I hope you'd enjoy the first episode of Logical Redstone. I thank you guys so much for watching. This means a lot to me. I need view. And I'll see you guys, and I'll upload the next video tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Peace.